Hi.
Teresa. So just a few minutes ago, Anuma-san gave us an introduction to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and the Plateau. And now we're going to do some exploring and just check out a little bit more of what the Plateau has to offer.
Yeah, and yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do some climbing, shall we?
Yeah. So Mr. Anuma and Bill kind of looked around the bottom of the temple. So now I'm going to go up and see how the world will look like.
It should be noted that the first time I found this temple, I tried to climb up the other side where there's no ladder, and I fell and I died.
Yeah,
So you felt
I
like-
didn't know there's a ladder either.
You did that and you felt so proud of yourself.
Yeah, I did.
And it was only later you walked around and was like, oh, ladder.
Yeah, well, the game encourages you to climb. What can I say? I figured I was doing the right thing.
Have to be careful.
Steady.
No!
We already had Bill set himself on fire.
That
it's
is
all right.
true.
Even
Yeah,
if you plunge
yeah,
to your
yeah,
death,
yeah.
I don't think it's.
Does that mean we
I don't
have
think it's a
to
bad
ramp
thing.
it up now? We're just going to, we have to beat him, I think, on the glorious death front.
Okay, then I'm just going to go up.
Challenge
Think
accepted.
this is my favorite moment. When I go up to the peak, I can actually see the sun coming up.
Yeah,
That's
it's kind of
so
scary actually how many
amazing.
times I've done that playing early builds of this game where you just sort of you want to get to high spaces so you can just look around different times of day, different weather. You know, it just the scenery is so fantastic.
That's
It's
interesting how
just
much it changes,
amazing
and especially
look.
here since we don't have any control as we're showing this game off to what the weather's going to do. So it's nice right now that we've got a good scene to show people, but it could just easily be raining and
So since this is an
terrible.
exploration segment, I kind of want to try to explore a lot, and I'm going to try to head toward the highest peak in this plateau, which I think is that thing. So
Yes.
I'm going to use the scope. And see, so using the scope, you can actually pin things, so you can see where you're heading toward. So right now I'm right here, and I'm trying to go to the Mount Hylia, the highest peak on this plateau we're on.
And it's crazy thinking this is just the plateau that we have visible here, but this is a tiny portion of the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
That you
This
can
is
explore in
how
this game.
big the world is.
Having that the topographical details on the map too are hugely important. It's like when you look at it when you're sitting there staring at your map and trying to figure out how to get somewhere, you can see obviously if you have huge elevation gains that you have to get over, planning your route becomes really important.
Yep. And just for the Treehouse Live, Mr. Anuma gave us a very
Oh, yeah, that's
special
right.
bonus. So we can actually use the paraglider in this one. So I'm going to try to take the scenic route.
You're going in the drink. You're going in the water.
Oh,
No.
Are you going to make it?
Maybe. I will make it. I will make it. Yes. Oh, wait. There's something here. Is that
Resources.
Shiny.
Yeah. Okay.
That's actually one thing I found really useful about being able to plan your location before you actually get going, because the number of times I've gotten waylaid by collecting stuff or hunting, or I'm just
Yeah.
totally off of where I intended to go, and then I can check and be like, oh yeah, I was supposed to go over there. I should get back to that when I'm done collecting stuff.
No, that happens all the time. Like every nook and cranny. I mean, it's not like you're going to find, this incredible sword around every nook and cranny, but there's always something. It's like whether it's an apple or it's something that you're going to use later on. There's secrets everywhere. So you get really distracted.
And I collect everything I see.
I feel like I just saw Bill doing a naked speed run down this path. Like, luckily we're going a different route. He went down the path. We're going up.
Yep. We're going to the different direction. Oops. So this is actually the peak or the cliff Link first come out from the resurrection cave, I think. That's where it was, I think.
Yeah.
And he came up right here.
Hey, in case anybody's wondering too, because we obviously just went through Mr. Aonuma's section. The first time you pick something up, it stops and tells you what it is, but thereafter, if you pick up the same item, you're not going to get interrupted with sort of that little text bubble telling you what it is. You just pick it up and just keep rolling.
Okay. So my destination is actually behind me, but I'm going to try to go around this cave and do some climbing and jumping.
I
love doing that.
It's so interesting how with this game, so much of it is being able to take your adventure into your own hands, do whatever you want to do, go where you want to go, and starting the game, one of the first things you can do is just run yourself
Dive
off
off the cliff. Yeah, I totally did that.
Yeah,
Wait.
I found I've made I've made many entertaining mistakes as I've been exploring, and I got a little maybe over enthusiastic.
But I mean, somebody could have, instead of going down that path as the game sort of gently guides you to do, somebody could have just taken a left out of that cave and come right up here if they wanted to.
Yep.
And then they'd get in
You
trouble.
decided what to do. Oh, wait.
Oh,
I
Chico, come
noticed
on.
it. Oh, really?
I missed him.
Chico, it
That
should be
was
noted
wrong.
for those of you guys who are watching, Chico likes to shoot everything that moves, but you don't have to do that. Of course, obviously,
It
if you there are, you can survive and play this entire game without hunting innocent animals like
Don't-
Chico. Well, no, and
Just
bad
for the
animals.
record,
Bad
I'm an
animals.
animal lover, so, you know.
Girls got to eat.
And actually, this is something that folks probably noticed during the Aonuma segment, that this area is really taken over by bokoblins. So you have to be really careful as you're running around these hills.
Like that
there are all
one?
these little encampments that you can run across. And
Yep.
depending on which direction you come at them from, you could be climbing from the other way, crest that hill, and suddenly you're smack in the middle of this camp.
Yeah. These
They
guys have a
are-
really sweet camp. Look at
Yeah.
the view from that camp. That is where I would camp.
And they have meat. I want meat.
Nice roll.
So much for their peaceful
Oh.
camping.
Ah, you missed it.
You got their attention, though.
Wait.
That's all right. They're stupid.
Yeah. They're not.
They might just
They're like, that was just an
blue
exploding
shiny
grasshopper. Yeah, it just went over there and blew up.
Oh.
Nice roll.
It's called,
Maybe not.
I think there's a
I think you got, yeah, you got a
bear
good.
taking it.
Oh man, Chico's
Just
taking it in
gonna
her
go.
own hands.
Okay. I wanted to get them
Oh, and
before
it
they
has
get
a
the weapon, but
Oh, no. Oh, he went over the side. Chico, come on.
what? I'm just trying to
These
get
dudes are
their
chilling. They're like, we
meat.
got our permit, we got our giant hunk of meat. We're gonna have a little camp.
They were
Oh,
looking forward to such a good time.
no, they're bad. They're bad
Look,
creatures.
look at this giant meat.
Yeah,
it's
you gotta
glistening.
grab that.
Yes, I
It
have.
looks so delicious.
Haha.
Oh, seared. Well, would have been a good meal for him.
Yeah, well, I will enjoy it for them.
Finders keepers. They're no longer here, so it's all
Since-
Chico's.
And now you're gonna burn their stuff. That's
Yep.
good. Sort
Just
of
to
a.
make sure. Haha. You
Oh,
can
that's- yeah,
set fire on that.
Oh, there might be something in there.
Maybe. I should wait.
Yeah, it's so interesting when we saw the that rolling issue we were having over that crest there, but you
Nothing.
really have to take physics into account
Oh, yeah.
whenever you're doing
Oh,
anything in this
Look,
game.
look at that. There's something more.
Oh yeah, go down there.
Well, it's going to have a really real effect on what's going on.
Stuff everywhere. So
Yeah.
this is ore. You can of course whale on this. You could also blow it up. Various
Oh, that's
minerals
right.
and other
Yeah,
things.
Yeah. I should do that.
You gotta
That's
save that
easier.
axe. It's like you might need that. Maybe a square bomb.
Wait, I have to change it. Okay. So there are two different types of remote bomb in this one, and the square one is much easier to just keep it in place. Oops, what am I doing?
And the spheres, unfortunately, were all the
Whoa.
shadows.
Oh, aha.
Big old cloud just went overhead.
Actually, can we look up for a second? I just want to see if that cloud's...
Yeah, hold on.
It might have been a zeppelin. I'm just kidding. There's no zeppelins in this game. Just
I
weather, I
can see
think.
that.
It's past. It's good. I was a little worried a storm was rolling in and everything was going to start getting all slippery. And
There's another
difficult to
camp
navigate.
over there. So one of the different thing about this game is that many of the bokoblins actually live in the camp instead of just scattering
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, that's true. You'll run into, obviously you run into some monsters that are just sort of wandering the
Oh, yeah.
environment, but they actually have their own little communities. They'll gather in camps and
Yep. Just having fun until
chilling.
Link comes over.
Making
Try to
their
take
evil
care of giant
plots.
meat.
I like Chico's showing right here, right now. It's that you have all this environment to explore and at your own pace, and you can just climb everything and just try to investigate in different ways and take different paths. It's not linear or anything. You
Yep.
just choose your own adventure.
And there's
And-
so much hidden goodness to find.
Right.
So if
to
that cliff had
explore.
been higher, like her stamina wheel basically, it allowed her to get that high. But like if that had been a higher cliff, you probably would have had to find another way
Yeah,
around.
so I kind of have to know like what's my limit before I start climbing up.
Getting into some serious elevation here. I love this about the game. It feels like look around for just 1 second, Chico. I love how the natural progression of the environment sort of looks like you would expect sort of as you go up into like sort of mountain meadows and stuff like that. You'd expect the trees to change. You know, you'd expect some more like sort of wild meadows, and then as you get into an area with snow, it's like the transitions feel really like a
yeah.
natural world to me.
Looking in that other direction, there's a very ominous direction on the
Yeah,
horizon.
let's not go there today.
Yeah.
Stay
Let's try to
here
stay
where
on the
it's-
plateau.
There's no
safer.
bokoblins. Oh, wait, I couldn't take that.
I don't know if we're going to be able to stop Chico from just sort of going and
I
attacking
just
everything
like
she
to
sees.
collect things.
That's all right. No, it's good. Especially because it illustrates that you really can approach this 1,000 different ways. I mean, the last one you sort of sent in some bombs to introduce yourself to him, but didn't have to.
Oh, he sees.
Sentry. He doesn't see you.
And actually,
No, he definitely doesn't see you now.
the enemy AI is really interesting because depending on what you're fighting,
Did they notice me?
these
Yeah.
guys behave a certain way. Different enemies will behave more aggressively or more cautiously. But I think we noticed in
And
an
he had
earlier
the
section
fire.
there with that first camp where they actually hadn't picked up their
set me on
weapons yet. So if
fire.
you're being able to get involved
Really?
before they grab their weapons, it might have been easier, but then they have a chance to grab their gear. They'll
totally.
actually grab each other's gear.
Yeah, if you sneak in and grab their weapons, they basically sit there and try to pick up dirt.
Oh yeah, before rocks at you won't. They're just like, come on,
Yeah, this thing, stay
get out
away
of my
from me.
camp.
Or you can, Chico just used an axe there, which you can actually use to knock shields out of enemy hands. The heavier weapons can knock out shields. Then picked up his weapons, and now it's like, what is this dude going to do? He's not going to do anything.
Oh, there's my.
Yeah, check him out. Dude,
It's just
I think that was
Right.
dirt. That might have been some Duke.
Let's call it dirt.
Yeah, I think it was
It
dirt.
seems safe.
Oh, there's a straggler
Better
there.
than something more unpleasant.
Yep, yeah.
And it's actually interesting too that right now we're fighting during a fairly nice sunny clear day, but how this would go and also how the bokoblins would behave might be very different if we came back here at night or if we came here during different weather.
That's
Yeah.
right. A lot of enemies sleep at night. You can sneak in, steal all their stuff. You could sneak out afterwards too if you want, but in general, I'm sure Chico wouldn't do that. She would leave no sleeping enemies alive.
Yeah.
And so what happened right there, obviously, is Chico cleared the entire area out. And this particular camp had a chest that was locked and was tied to the enemies around it. So when you
that's
defeat them,
sword, too.
nice. That's an upgrade.
But essentially, you can interact with everything in this environment. Like there's steel boxes on the screen
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. Just Chico
Oh,
can't
wait,
really
wait.
interact with them. But later on in the
I see.
later segments, we'll talk about like how you can open it.
Oh, that terrain over there is
Oh,
so
yeah, it's
cool.
another
Yeah, it
thing.
looks sort of like desert buttes.
Yeah.
Not going there today. We are staying on the
No.
plateau.
Yeah. But there's this suspicious rocks or stone pillar, so of course I'm gonna try to climb up on that thing. Oh, and there's another treehouse.
Oh, wow.
These guys have really
That-
built it up. They got
oh,
a
yeah.
nice place.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that actually is really nice. They got the deluxe camp.
Yeah, it's a better one.
Yeah, look at
I'm
that.
not
They
sure
got
if
like
Chico's
they got.
gonna let that one stand or not.
You gonna burn that entire camp down, Chico?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Come in like an avenging
Maybe.
fury.
Oh,
I need to take them out first.
Are you
Make
gonna
sure I
make
can
it
do it.
out
I
there?
will.
All right.
Close. They have some
you got
faith.
enough stamina?
She's gonna get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got it.
I've actually found that's one of the things that's been really fun about all of us being able to play at work and the different experiences that we've had in the game.
Haha.
and really just comparing notes about how different the experience can be, where certain people are really focused on just rampant destruction and waging a one-man war against the goblins. Other folks are focusing more on hunting or exploring, and depending on how you choose to focus your adventure, it's so different.
Yep.
And just talking to people, like I can talk to any other person in the office, and we've had a completely different experience with the game.
Yeah, totally. So Chico, with just while we were talking about that, Chico basically scouted this camp with her Sheikah slate, and you can see that actually by identifying the individual enemies, you can see how strong they are. And yeah, it looks like there's a serious one back there.
Yeah.
I don't think you may not be geared up to do
Nah,
that.
not right now.
Give it a pass.
So
Probably
yeah, I
move
should.
along.
Let's go.
For
Let's go to the
other
peak.
Yeah.
You can also see that she's got, once she marked that spot on her map, you can see it down on the mini map. So even if it's not specifically in the little radius of your immediate map, you'll at least have a beacon to go.
Oh, actually, since those guys would probably be fun to fight maybe later if we have time, would it be worth marking them on the map so we can keep track of where they are?
First, she's got to get geared up. Chico is very cold right now.
It's always so sad to see Link like
Yeah, that animation makes
completely
you feel a bit
freezing.
Yeah, but before I go, I definitely want to map that thing. I think it was on this side.
Yeah, that's it right there.
So I'm going to use the
Skull.
Skull.
Go skull.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So
To
now
be killed later.
That's death. You don't want to go there.
Wait, do I have it better? Yep. It's fine.
So what Chico just did, obviously, was she went into a colder zone. You can see from the temperature gauge there that she went somewhere that was beyond sort of her current clothing, and you're going to lose health if you don't gear up or otherwise warm yourself. Clothing is only one way that you can do it, but for the purpose of this demo, you should put on a nice little tunic.
Yep.
Well,
It's easier for me to focus on traveling.
why don't you take a dip in that lake? You ever do that?
Huh?
Polar bear?
No.
Polar bear club.
no,
Come on.
no, no, no,
Refreshing,
no,
I
no.
guess.
No polar bear club.
No. When you play, you can do it.
Those look like shoes. What is that stuff?
Oh, you're right.
Choo-choo jelly. Sweet. Lot of stuff in this game. I don't even know what that stuff does. I've been playing this game forever. Have you ever made anything out of jelly? You gotta be able to make something out of it.
I don't know, cooking?
So we kind of touched on it, but maybe we could talk about how with this game, like the weather changes and it actually affects like the gameplay itself.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, I mean, among other things, it makes it so that nobody's going to have the same experience in this particular area. I mean, if you come into an area when it's at night and raining, it may be a totally different experience than when you come in there broad daylight. The enemies will be behaving differently. The terrain behaves differently. I mean, sudden downpours can put out campfires and stuff like that. So it really is dynamic, and that's in the truest sense of the word. It's dynamic in the sense that the time of day could affect how you approach a particular mountain. It gets colder at higher elevations at night than it does during the day. So even that'll affect how you explore.
It's interesting how rain affects climbing, because if it's slippery, it's just a lot harder to climb, so you're not going to be able to hit things. And every once in a while, you're going to hit a point where maybe you just have to wait for the weather to pass.
Yep,
Yeah.
totally.
Or
Which I never do. I'm going somewhere else. There's always something else to do around the corner. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait for this weather to pass.
It just adds to the puzzle and the strategy of like where should I go next? So maybe I should come here later and just mark it and just go explore elsewhere.
I'm impressed that you're going around paths. See me, I'm like straight line. I climb over absolutely everything in my path unless I don't have the stamina to do it.
I don't think Chico's following a straight path though.
She was sticking a little bit to it.
Just want to get to it, you know?
I find these moments when you're cresting
Ooh,
a
sunset.
climb
Uh-oh, I have to get
really
there.
kind of
Yeah.
anxious.
Gotta pause and appreciate the sunset. You're going all the way to the peak for the sunset. You're such a romantic, Chico.
But it's so pretty. You see everything.
Stop. Can I make it?
Yeah, you'll make it. Sunset's nice. Oh yeah.
Let's do that
Nice.
a little bit too
Oh,
much.
that's all right. It's still nice.
Oh, that's cool. Some really interesting cloud
Nice.
cover moving over there.
Sit back, crack an elixir, you know. Enjoy it.
Oh, sunset.
That's nice.
Oh.
So are we at the peak? Oh yeah, we are.
Oh,
Nice
that's
little
getting dark.
men here there. Wait, no, it says search. You got to grab something. There's something
I
there.
will do it later.
Oh, all right. Jeez, God, you need resources.
Just want to see what's around.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is the highest peak on the plateau, but of course there's more higher stuff outside the plateau,
Yeah,
so you
that's-
guys have to explore it later. I
That's
guess.
crazy to think about, actually.
Yeah.
This seems like it should be the highest point in the entire land, and it's definitely not.
Yeah, it's just everything's so vast, but
Yeah.
the higher you get, the farther you can see, and it just makes planning so much easier.
It's nice seeing in the distance how we've got some illumination marking locations. So there's some certain sites that are really going to catch your eye as you look over the horizon.
I know, I'm so distracted by all this stuff now. I want to mark all those shrines, go to those.
To-do
I'm-
list.
So I saw a waterfall over there, so I'm gonna try to go. But first,
You're giving me vertigo.
oops, sorry.
Yeah, this is something that I don't think we even have on the demo on the floor. So folks who are here aren't going to get to play with this. It's only folks who are watching the stream that get to
Yep.
It becomes
hopefully
such-
watch us not fly into the water.
Stalfos is hid. Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, got his weapon too. Haha.
Oh, grab it. Oh,
Ooh,
that's all right. You can use that for something.
Yeah.
make a necklace.
I don't know. I might-
I don't think we could do that. Can we do that? It's gross. Necklace of
Wait.
teeth.
Is it high enough? Am I high enough?
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
gonna do snowboarding.
That's
That
right.
should be good here.
Snowboarding.
I know, that's right. That's
Oh
right.
wow! Actually, take a look at the moon over there. It's come out.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, there's some keys over there. Yeah, I have to go up
Wow, yeah,
to
you're
my
right.
bunny hill first. Ah, or not.
it came with a buddy.
Wow, you are a dead shot, Chico.
Seriously.
See, I
you're
I
really
normally just
good.
wait in there with a sword, but you're actually smart to do that because if you fight Stalfos at night with a sword, you generally knock their heads off, but then the head survives and goes and tries to find
Yeah.
its body and put
And
it
they,
back together.
they can
Really
swap their
creepy.
heads too.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And actually,
so-
if you take a look at them afterwards, sometimes their limbs will still be moving after you defeat them. It's like, oh,
Oh, that's right. So
creepy.
That is so cool. It's my favorite feature of them all.
Yeah, I can actually do snowboarding here.
climb a high hill. Oh, nice.
No.
Oh,
I statue.
Ice keys.
I was wondering if you could take that jump. Actually, if we start high enough, we just.
I'm sorry, what?
I was probably
sorry, I
leading
was
you to
murdering
your
this
doom. You
bat.
probably
It's
don't.
keys.
wanna listen.
Jeez, it's not bad.
I know. It's
It's a
keys.
monster. Okay.
Oh, calling out my cred.
So there's this.
So that little move that Chico just did, riding on her shield surfing, I think we're calling it.
Yep.
That does degrade your shield, so it's not like you could do that forever. Well, I mean, you can. You just have to go get more shields, but you can't ride on that thing forever and expect it not to take damage.
Yeah.
You
Just
might
like
need it. You know,
weapons, yeah, they do break.
Yeah, exactly. With all your
It's the
weapons and your
chest.
gear, they have also their own stats. So the more you use them, the more you wear them.
Maybe you want to
found
save your
another
favorites for special
Get that.
occasions.
Yeah. The cool thing that I actually found out is that if you're shield surfing, you can do other things at the same time, like shoot an arrow. So
Oh, really?
that just invites more exploration and people to just keep trying stuff. So it's super cool.
Yeah, I got fire arrow now. Such a cool stuff.
So I know during the
everywhere.
video we showed right at the beginning of the day, we showed Link swimming, but I can't remember here, so what is...
Look at this.
hang on a
Could we
second.
be
Chico
warm
wants to
enough?
blow a tree up.
Set more things on
Oh.
fire.
Oops, I was too hard.
I think you can leave the tree be. Come on. You are such a force of destruction.
I think we just found out
I'm just
that
trying
it
out
might
my
be an
new
evil tree.
stuff. Might be.
Okay.
So
I think Chico's a pyro.
Yeah, Chico likes
I
burning.
just got
She likes it in the
fire
office too.
arrow, and I just wanted to try it out. Leave me alone. Okay, so there's a waterfall. So usually when there's a waterfall, you know
Zelda
something
1.
is gonna be there.
The first Zelda has taught us this.
Oh yeah,
Check
that water looks
waterfalls.
super cold.
Yep. I'm just gonna try not to go too far.
Oh,
Nice
Nice
save.
save.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
hopefully people
Yeah.
when they're playing the demo here, hopefully don't go jumping off cliffs thinking they can activate the
Yeah, this
paraglider.
is just for the Treehouse Live.
Yeah,
Look at this.
there we go.
Haha.
nice.
Nice
Three
detour.
chest. Haha. And then it's 14. So there's
This is actually a really good trove. So, I mean, we were talking about that earlier. There's little stuff everywhere. So, I mean, you might look behind it in a little nook and cranny that looks suspicious, and sometimes you might find an awesome trove like this that has tons of treasure chests. But
Yep.
sometimes you might find some apples or some acorns or something like that. But all of those things have value. Like, there's never a time when you're sort of looking around and see something suspicious and you're like, oh, why did I come into this corner? There's just stuff everywhere, and it's all useful. I don't think we're talking about all about it in this segment, but we'll probably go into some of the details of how you use ingredients and stuff later on.
It's funny, honestly, sometimes in the middle of a hard battle, an apple is the most valuable treasure
I
you've
know,
got. And you're
I
like,
know.
1 second, I have to eat this. Give me a second.
More fire arrows. That's the last thing we need to give Chico.
Oh God, you're right.
You may be
So
geared up to.
Speaking of, fire arrow, maybe I can go back to the treehouse and burn it.
Oh no.
I don't know. What do you think?
Wait, are you talking about the real treehouse?
Yeah, not our actual
no,
treehouse.
not treehouse.
Okay.
We got
I think
time.
those goblins might be in for a bad day.
I'm wasting it.
Yeah,
Oh,
those are the.
I'm not
yeah,
wasting
those are
it
little
anymore.
guys.
That did look really cool, though.
That's probably the right weapon to use if you really want to damage an enemy that's made out of ice. I would imagine fire arrows
Oh, yeah.
are probably the thing to do.
But if you use them all here, we can't go burn stuff later.
That's right. That's how
have to
Chico has to
economize.
manage her resources. Do you really want to burn this thing?
Jeez.
Yeah, that's.
Look at that moon.
Hey, wait, double check your map. I actually.
What,
oh yeah,
what,
yeah,
what?
no. I was trying to remember where you stuck that skull. Oh yeah, it's on. It's on that
I'm
same
going
bank.
toward it.
So yeah, we did. I think you were starting to say this earlier, Sam. But you can.
more.
We saw Link jumping in the water earlier. That was much more temperate water.
Yeah.
This is a frozen mountain lake. You're gonna die.
No. I am not dying.
Get that
I am
apple.
not dying.
For the steak. You took the cheese.
Oh God. That was. Oh.
It's only death
Man.
and destruction
Why
when
don't
it
you-
comes to Chico.
Oh wow, you got a Korok leaf out of it. That's good. That shows.
I will say I love playing with Chico. I actually watched her shoot a butterfly with an arrow once.
Really?
That's-
Yeah,
That really
I didn't
shouldn't
know
be.
you could do that, but
Me neither.
Chico can pull that off.
And there,
shouldn't be allowed to
so
do
I
that.
had to try it.
That's impressive.
He told me he can do it, so I had to try and make sure I can do it too.
Your little explosive demonstration back there, though, we should call out that, obviously that tree fell down because it was in a destruction zone. You see trees, I mean, you can damage them. I think when people saw the trailer and there was that sort of sequence of Link knocking a tree to cross a chasm, it's not like that's the only tree that you can chop down. It's like you basically can chop down anything you see. See, that's
there
what
we
I'm
go.
talking about.
Yeah.
He's back, he's got his head.
Get his arm.
I will.
Actually, let's see
Look
if we,
at that,
if we
look
can
at that.
take a closer look at one of the arms once they're...
Oh,
Yeah, there's one in front of you there.
Creeping.
oh, he's putting. Chico, what I want you to do is take his arm and then beat him with it.
It's all right. Oh, there, grab that one.
Oh wait, he
Oh,
took it.
no.
Oh, grab it. Yes.
Nice.
This is so
No, I
gross.
can't. So I have to.
You have
I
too many
already have
things.
enough.
Maybe ditch a club.
weapons. Yeah.
The arm is way more
picked
fun.
up the same
wait.
Oh no, he's got it back, I think. He's putting it back on.
Sorry.
You are getting outwitted by things that they have no brains.
Fine. Are you saying I'm
There it is.
don't have?
Well, they have a rudimentary intelligence.
Wait.
Nice.
There you go.
got it.
Did I take it?
Yeah, you
yeah,
did.
you got it.
So we got to equip that for a second, I think, just to show it off because it's so creepy.
It's really creepy.
Yeah,
Look
get
at
him
that.
with it.
It's
Teach
still
him a
moving,
lesson.
Yeah.
There you go.
God.
Using his own arm.
That guy too. That's right.
It really is fun experimenting with things
Look
that you
at that,
maybe
it's
don't
still
think
moving
of as
on the
weapons,
ground,
but
too.
they
Yep.
do the job.
Yeah, I mean, we already showed it obviously in
hands.
Mr. Anima's segment, but going out of that cave and instead of being handed a sword by an old man, getting a crappy tree branch that's sitting right there on the ground.
Snake.
Oh.
Look.
That
Yeah.
arm is pretty creepy when it's sheathed too,
They
because
tried
it's
to
still
get
like
together.
I
clawing
know.
at the back of Link, and it's like grabbing
That
at
was
him.
good. It's intimidating. If I saw that dude, I wouldn't fight him. Got like a moving severed arm on his back.
So we've got a little bit of time left. Should we see if we can check out that tree fort before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Chico's
Awesome.
gonna mount an assault. I'm psyched to see this. And then she's gonna ride the waterfall.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
We actually tried that once.
Entered
It's
Yeah.
dramatic.
There's no way they have the range over here. You can just bomb them.
I like the word epic. I thought it was an epic ending.
Okay, wait. Oh, I have to go. Oh, it's almost breaking. Is it?
That's right. You got a spare bow. That bow is better anyways. They got better tech than you. Oh, they have no idea. Nice shot.
Whoa. Good aim. Oh, no.
A little low. Compensate for the wind shear.
Ha.
Oh.
Oh.
He shot back.
Huh? He's mad at me. I bet. Yes.
All right. Well, that's, I think, about all the time that we've got here
Yeah.
today. But we'll leave the fate of those bokoblins up to folks' imagination. We'll let them be for now. But thanks, guys, for swinging by and doing some exploring with us. Folks who are watching, please stay tuned. We're going to be right back.